Hello everybody and welcome back to Balake Farms Vintage Edition. So last episode we managed to sell some hay and get ourselves out of debt. The worker also got this far before we ran out of money, so I'm going to set him going again. So he's going to start and finish cultivating that field, and then I thought, what shall we do, because we need money. And we need money now, because we've got to buy the planter ready for the sugar beet. And there's other things we'd like to buy, bigger machinery and maybe some cows. So what we are going to do is, I've had an idea. Why don't we chop down some of the trees in the yard? One, we extend the yard, and two, we can take them to the sawmill and we can make some money. So what I was thinking, we've got the sawmill because we already own it on this map. Perfect. We might as well take these trees that are in the yard and not really doing anything and make ourselves some beautiful money. So we're just going to chop a few down. I don't think we need to process them, because when we own the sawmill, it doesn't really matter. Every last bit of wood is good in the sawmill. It means we can make lots of money. So we're going to drop these three here, get them loaded on the trailer. So to be fair, it looks like we're only going to get two on. And yeah, it's pretty full. So I'm just going to run these down to the sawmill. So let's get going. I think this might be our best driving view. Let's go get... Oh, let's not skip the next vehicle. Let's go and get the saw production going. So I believe it is at the top of this road to the right. Let's just double check we've still got a load on. Yep, two awful trees. So what we do is we'll get these two dropped off. Oh, yeah, it's quite hanging over that left side. We'll see what we're left with, see how much it actually fills the sawmill up, and then we'll come back and I might even chop some other trees up, and we'll take them to the sawmill on the front of the telehandler. So I'll see you at the sawmill. So what we learned on the way down here is we're definitely going to have to process the trees. We need to chop them up into small manageable logs, and then we'll bring them like that. So the sawmill's at the back here, so we'll go get these two dropped off. We'll head back to the yard, and then I think we'll buy ourselves a chainsaw, an old chainsaw, and we will we'll cut them up into smaller pieces and make our lives easier. So two trees. Must not be in the trigger. So I think it's there, the trigger. There we go. So two full trees got us 2,500 litres of wood. So what we'll do is, we know that long planks and beams are the best money. So we'll get that producing. We now need to look for ourselves a nice shiny chainsaw, and then at least we can cut them all up into manageable logs, get it all strapped on the trailer, and we'll make it a nice job really. So I think we just go for the cheapest, just because we ain't got a lot of money at this current moment. Right, I'll head back to the farm and I'll see you there, and we'll start processing some wood up into smaller chunks. Right, here we are. So I know we cheated on the first two, but it was more just to see how much wood these trees are going to give us. So now we're going to chop these trees down with our nice new shiny chainsaw. We'll take all the bushes and leaves off, and we'll cut them into manageable pieces so we can take them to the sawmill easily. So I'll get a few of these processed and I will catch up with you guys in a minute. So here we are, back at the sawmill. So we've got these 2 trees, a few bushes. It doesn't really let you trim those bushes off. I did try and give it a go. It looks like we've got another 2,000 litres out of that, so it's not bad going. So we'll basically we'll just keep heading back and forth. So I'll time lapse a couple more runs of this, and then we'll catch up, and then we'll probably just leave the sawmill to see what money it makes us. Right, so this is what we're going to do for last load. Oh, it did not sell as much as I thought it would do. Only 1,000 litres. So I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to let it process out. We're going to sell the few bits we have. And then what we can do after we've sold them is build a glass house. So I decided we need some glass houses, just a steady income. It'll help build the bank account basically. I don't know why this one decided to jump off the wagon, but who knows? So we'll get that sold as well. So yeah, so the cash in the background from the glass house will be helpful, and then once the goats get going, we'll have an income from that, which then means we can basically try different crops in the ground and get some bigger equipment, and we can see what makes our lives easier. I think we're set about the 90s, you know, this 90s machines using a bit of 80s machines. It would have been very cereal crop heavy, very glass housey, just because that's what was making money at the time. So we're going to try and copy that. So get these loaded up on the wagon, and then we'll take them to the sell point. So that's it. I think we're only going to get 3 off what we bought, which ain't the end of the world. We don't need massive amounts of money, so we're just going to turn them off for now. We might fill them up again soon, but for now, let's turn them off. We'll run these over to the sell point. So let's see where we can sell these things. Hopefully they'll give us enough then, so we can build a nice little glass house, get a bit of a water transportation device, and we can start making something like lettuces or tomatoes. The blanks along, typical. Although we could sleep. I mean, crikey, it's £7. If the best price is 5, 8, 6, yeah, there's no point in sleeping, to be honest. They are the price doesn't really change. It's £7. Who's arguing over? It'll be 14 quid over the 2 pallets. So we've got to go out of here all the way down to pretty much where the bales come from. So we'll get a telehandler on here, and I will head down the road. I will join you when we get to the sell point. So what do you think we're going to make? So after seeing £5,000 for the long ones, should net us a good 15 grand. hopefully is enough to get some glass houses. We'll find out very shortly. See you at the sell point. So it would appear that most of the logs have fell off the trailer. I thought they was all strapped, so I'll get this to the sell point, we'll sell it, and then we'll pick everything back up, put it back on the trailer, and we'll fill the sawmill as much as we can. Probably not turn it on, but at least the wood's there then for next time. Oh, there's more up here. Yeah, we must have shed most of our load down the road. Good job Boser's not here. Here we are, it looks like we're going to the sell point at the front this time. We'll just nip over the top of this. And hopefully we will get this sold for £20,000. Absolutely ideal. So I'm going to leave that there for now. We're just going to go check on the worker because he reckons he's finished the field. So we'll see if we agree with him. So it does look like he's actually done a good job. So this was our new field. So once sugar beet planting in March is ready, we'll get some sugar beet planted in our new field. In a fairly decent sized field. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll take this guy back to the yard. We do need to get some herbicide on that field. So now we've got a bit of money, we can actually afford some herbicide and we'll get that sprayed off. Luckily, we've put our tram lines in there. So we pretty much know where we can spray. But the main thing I want to do is get this returned to the yard, build our new glass house. So I'm going to see if there's room in the yard. If there isn't, I'm going to put them up, the glass house up near the goats. I'm hoping where we've took a few trees down just here, we can fit it there, which was my master plan all along. Well, let's see what the glass house looks like anyway and see if it collides with anything. So glass house, so we could go for medium size, or do we get a little one? I think don't want to leave ourselves short, that's the only thing. What other options have we got? We've got this one which is 13. We could do mushrooms for 9. I think that, yeah, that's just rice seedlings. I think we'll just put a little one in for now and we'll see how we get on with it. So I think we'll put this one. Let's get it over here. It's out of the way and then we can stack them up. So there we go. One new little glass house built. While we're here though, we will need a water point. So now I can never remember, I think they're in containers. So we'll put a water point here so we can fill up with some water. And then we'll nip into our new factories. And it should be there, but it's not. Let's have a walk over to our glass house. See if we can jump into its menu. Nope. It doesn't seem to be working. How very annoying. I'll get some water over to it and we'll see if it works then. So we'll just nip down to barrels. So now we need a barrel just like this one to move water back and forth. Look at that, 1932. Beautiful. Right, 2,888 quid. Leaves us 13,000 in the bank, so that's good. And right, we will go and pick that Bowser up from the shop and we'll move some water into our new glass house. I'll see you in a minute. There it is. I was going to bring the 996, but then I remembered she only does 17 mile an hour on the road, so I thought we'd bring this David Brown because she's a little bit faster. Well, there we go. So we now have our new, I say new, 1930s Bowser on the back. So we'll get this back to the yard, fill it up, and we'll see if that glass house works. So the glass house is accepting water, so that's good. But has it gone into our new production area? It's not in our production area. So what I might have to do, I'm just going to have to demolish this. We should get the money back. No, won't let us delete it. Right, so I've just restarted the game, guys, because that glass house wasn't right. So I think what we'll do, we will build exactly the same one, but not the modded one. So let me get this put in place, and then this should, I'll just put it here. So we'll build that one, and then that should be a proper glass house, what we can actually control and use, which is what I thought the other one was, but I clicked on the wrong one apparently. So yeah, get this filled up. We'll get this activated with lettuces. So we'll activate lettuces. How much water does it take actually? So we've got a 3,000 litre. Ah, it's not too bad. 4 trips and we'll be there. So I'll just run this back and forth and we'll get it filled up. That is our glass house, all nice and full. 10,000 litres, and it'll just keep dropping whatever's left in the trailer. So we can store in lettuces because that, I think, is the most profitable. So we will now have a quick nap. Right, so we've skipped a few months. We're now in March. It's been fairly expensive, as you can see, but we should now have plenty of produce. I think we'll also need to get some water. As you can see, we've got some 2, 3, 5 pallets and 7 pallets in storage. Perfect. So we probably will get them loaded up in a second. Going to empty the rest of that water in there, get him moved and filling again. I do now need to have a look to where I left my telly, and look, I think we left it up top, but yeah, left it at the sell point, so I'll have to drive that back in a second. But because it's now March, I'm very interested to know, have the goats done any milk. So, moment of truth. Still on full food, but there is still no milk. It's almost like they're not doing anything. I think they're now, how old are they? So 13 months. So yeah, I'd expect to see some milk very soon out of them, but never mind. Let's get this driven back to the yard and let's get our produce loaded, and then we can buy the new planter. Right, so here we are, back at the yard. We shall now hopefully get some lettuces on, and then we can get them to the sell point and start getting ready for some sugar beet. So because the grass is quite long, it is a bit hard to see, but I'm sure we'll get it. I think we're going to try the old trick of 2 at once. Just because it'll save us a bit of time. We've got quite a few to pick up now. There we go, we managed to get 2. So let's get these on the trailer. Right, I'm just going to load all these up quick and I'll see you in a second. There we are, we have 12 pallets of lettuce on. So we'll just nip down and see where's the best place to sell lettuce on this map. So it's about mid price. I mean, we're at 3,000. The best price we can get is 360. No, 392. So it's not too bad. It's 200 quid less, but we do need the casheroonies at the moment. So I'm just gonna run down there, and I'll see you there. We're making a few squid. So here we are at the sell point. I'll get parked over the top of this and let's see what we make. So I'm just going to back up because I'd like to get it all in one big payment. Ooh, £37,000 for my glass houses. Obviously though, that is 4 months worth, but that is good. That really puts us in a good place now to order our new planter. So let's go to vegetable planters. So yeah, I think we're just going to go with this one here. So we're probably just going to turn the speed up a little bit because it is going to be fairly sluggish. It's only a, is it a 2 metre? Yeah, it's only a 2 metre. I think we might even paint it a colour to suit the John Deere. So let's get that bought. And let's go head over and look at our new planter. I'm actually going to take the 996 because it is plenty big enough to run that planter. So I'll get this windrow taken off. Right, this up here. Well, the other thing we will need is we'll need some seed as well. Because unlucky for us, they don't supply seed when you buy a new planter or drill. It's a bit annoying. So I'll head down to the shop and then we can have a look at our new fangled planter. So here it is. Well, very cool, very old, but very usable planter. It looks right at home on the back of that 996. Absolute beauty. So we'll get some seed bought, fill it up, leave the bag here, and hopefully we don't need that much seed, otherwise we're going to have to come up with a telehandler and come and pick load up. So maybe we'll get some of these bags, because I presume it doesn't hold that much. But we will see. So we can pick these bags up, even better. Let's get it filled. Yeah, I didn't think it would take a lot. It's 100 litres to fill that. I wonder if we can take the bag of seed, or will it fall off? I'll just put that on the back. Will it let me put it on the back of the planter? Let's put it there. Ah, it's already fallen off. Never mind. We'll come back and fetch it if we need it. So I'll get this back. Well, might as well actually put it straight to the field, because it is time to start planting sugar beet. So I'll see you at the field. This is just reminding me as well, we do need to get our canola field sprayed off with some herbicide. We'll probably use this tractor, to be honest, once it's finished planting, or might use a Renault. I can't remember which one the tram lines are set up for. I think it might actually be for the Renault, but we'll have a look and we'll make sure we get those weeds sprayed off. And so obviously we don't want to ruin the crop. Get it lowered, get it switched on, and there we go. We are planting sugar beet. But I think I'll leave it there today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Any ideas, leave them down below. But what a beautiful way to end an episode. Thank you, everyone.